Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about a few members of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. So before we get into the video, you guys, if you are new here, I want to say welcome. If you are returning, I want to say welcome back. I do want to go ahead and ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 90% of the views that I get are from people that are not subscribed to my channel, guys. It literally costs you nothing. If you find yourself keep coming back over here for this tea, please go ahead and subscribe. It helps me a lot. It helps push my content out there so I can continue to grow and bring you guys this good old tea, okay? Y'all already know what it is. Let's go ahead and get the disclaimer out the way. All of the information in this video is alleged. All commentary is in my very own opinion. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. When it comes to the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Lexi got a chance to tell her side and tell her truth. So she had a lot to say about her father, Chris Fletcher, and her stepmother, Miss Lornell. I first want to start off by, I found it, she confirmed what a lot of us have already said, is that the Fletchers do have a lot going on and they are a good fit for TV. And, they can bring a lot of different storylines to the table. We're just going to go over a few of the things that she said. She said that her child was treated different from the other grandchildren. By the other grandchildren, she was referring to Lance's children, who is Nell's oldest son. He's not by Chris. And I don't find that hard to believe, because on the outside looking in, it seems like Nell's kids and Nell's grandkids, whoever is biologically blood related to Nell, seems to get treated a little better, And so since Lexi is kind of like the oddball out when it comes to the kids, and she's not biologically Nell's, that kind of fits the narrative of her kids also getting treated a little different. She said they had birthdays that were ignored and other holidays that were ignored, but Chris did send Christmas gifts to the kids, but she had her mother send them back. She said she doesn't really see her and her father speaking and getting on good terms in this lifetime. And she basically said if he makes it to heaven, then maybe they'll have that conversation there. And I was like, oh my God. So it's deep with them. She said before she came on the show, she hit a real low point in her life. She suffers from anxiety and depression. She said there was something involving unaliving yourself. And when she spoke to her father, Chris, and, finally got a chance to make him aware of what was going on with her, he didn't seem too concerned about that. He kind of like brushed it off. And that was the complete opposite of what we seen him talk to Lil Chris about. We seen him get emotional when they talked about mental health and when it comes to men and their mental health. So it's like you have that compassion and that understanding for your son, but not for your eldest child. And if that wasn't hard enough to hear, she said after having to explain what happened and having to come to terms with his reaction or his non-reaction, a couple weeks or a couple months later, that's when he reached out to her for her to come onto the show. And then not only did he reach out for her to come onto the show, she feels like it was kind of a setup in a way. Now, she may not have used those exact words, but they got so much other stuff going on. And they kind of wanted to just bring me on the show, for the whole dinner situation to happen. Now you have people looking at her like she's an ungrateful child, she's disrespectful, and she's like, no, you guys have to know the history, and that is so true. We cannot judge for the little bit we seen on the screen. She said they, of course, have nice things, and they always have like to show her or make her aware of the nice things they bought for other people and bought for themselves. But when it seems to come to her, they don't really want to bring her in on that aspect. They don't really want to include her when they're buying these nice things for the kids. For instance, we seen the whole situation with the cars. She kind of broke that down a little bit. She even went a little further and told us, that even even Lance didn't initially get a luxury car. Only the two kids, which is Chris Jr. and Kayla, that are born into the marriage of Chris and Nell, received these luxury cars at first. And it took Lance to actually stop speaking with his mother before they actually got him a car. She said the only real reason she agreed to do the show was because she wanted to promote her business. She did say CBD oil. So I wanted to look into that because, maybe I can patronize her business. But unfortunately, I did look into the business. It was called Nature's Euphoria, and it was in Tennessee. But as far as I can see, the business actually closed as of August 2023. And I'm sorry to hear that. I hope, things are going well for her and her husband. And I hope they're able to establish other businesses down the line. So what do you guys think about the interview that Lexi did? Let me know down below in the comments, and we're going to keep it moving to the Scotts. Now, when it comes to the Scotts, a lot of viewers have always had a kind of inkling that they weren't living the lives that they portrayed on the TV. And because we, the viewers, have felt, as long as this show has been on, that they aren't authentic and they're never going to showcase what's really going on in their lives, you have a lot of bloggers and content creators that look into them, and I am one. So a lot of things have come up about the Scotts. They owe money and property taxes. They put their business up as collateral against a construction job they were doing that they're actually engaged in a lawsuit right now, and they possibly can lose this lawsuit. So something else has recently come out about the Scotts, and it seemed that they are digging themselves into a never-ending hole of debt. Okay, you guys. So it looks like as of January 29th, 2024, Marcel and Letitia actually took out a mortgage on another one of their properties for the amount of $1.3 million. Now, as you all can see from the screen, it says mortgage, and it says this is a future advance mortgage. So I know a lot of people probably don't know what that is. I did not know what that was when I initially saw it. So of course I went over to our good friend Google. Usually this is a type of mortgage loan that one would use if they wanted to purchase property with the initial part of the loan, and then they can later receive more money to complete other projects such as remodeling or even building the new home. And as we look through the contract for this mortgage, we can see that it says this is a construction mortgage. As Letitia and Marcel actually took this out a few days ago, and I guess they plan on finishing the home that we've been waiting on them to finish building, or I don't know, maybe they're buying some new land and going to start all over. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually get to see this on the upcoming season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But knowing them, I won't hold my breath. Okay. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think about the Scotts having to borrow another $1.3 million, and they keep seeming to dig themselves in debt after debt? Now, there is a such thing as good debt, but I don't know if I would classify this as good debt. It's seeming, in my opinion, that the Scotts are over there struggling, and they're pulling at every little piece they can pull to get them some money and to try to stay afloat. You guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very close, and I want to thank you all for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.